grant. And number 10, are we going to 10?
Yeah, continue, go through.
Okay, great. 10 for the Division of Alcohol and Substance Use, we provide, we go out to bid for contracts, and there of our providers here this evening. Chris Vadis, Greater Essex Counseling, that provides intensive outpatient treatment for our Chapter 51 grant. Elaine Romero, in-house, who provides halfway house services for females in their Chapter 51 grant. And Robin Shorter, who's the Senior Director of Community Engagement with Integrity House, provides for Chapter 51. And in addition to that, we subcontract with them for our Reach for Recovery program, which is number 12.
Thank
Do you
you.
need to hear from them? They're here.
Yeah, let's bring them up. They made the effort to come, so have them come on up, please. Just introduce yourselves and tell us about what you're doing.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Chris Vadis. I'm co-owner of Greater Essex Counseling Services. We are an outpatient mental health substance abuse facility on 23 Branford Place. We provide medication-assisted treatment. We provide IOP. We provide individual and counseling sessions, group therapy, peer recovery specialists. We help them with jobs. So we treat the client all the way around.
Great, wonderful. Do you have any colleagues with you, or?
Just myself.
Just yourself, okay, great. Commissioners, any questions for the gentleman as he's here? Good, thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening. Please just state your name and affiliation.
Robin Shorter, Senior Director of Community Engagement at Integrity House and Program Manager for Reach for Recovery.
Thank you. And tell us about the program that you do. I mean, I know we're familiar, but for the benefit of the public.
Sure. So we are in the community 4 to 5 days a week, providing education, information, and risk reduction services to individuals in the community. We are in 12 to 13 different counties, including Orange, East Orange, Montclair, Caldwell, Irvington, as well as Bloomfield. From September 24 to September 25, we have provided services and interacted with 1,970 consumers directly in the community, to include children, because we attended the book bag distribution giveaway at 50 South Clinton. We've also been able to touch our senior population at the Senior Wellness Day at Turtleback Zoo. We've also touched our adolescent population by attending the Nutley Health and Wellness Fair, and also we attended the Veterans Health and Wellness event at Branchbrook Park. So, you know, we've had an opportunity to touch all the vulnerable populations within Essex County.
Thank you. Thank you for your good work. Commissioners, any questions? Great. Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Is that it, Ms. Fishman?
That's it? Yes, sir.
Okay. Shabazz, any questions on 9 through 12?
No, Mr. President.
Mr. McInerney, any questions on 9 through 12?
No questions.
Commissioners? Seeing none, so I'm going to move it.
Move it.
Moved by Richardson, second by Vice President Cooper. Roll call, Madam Deputy Clerk, on 9 through 12.
Commissioner Gill?
Yes.
Commissioner Luciano?
Yes.
Commissioner Mercado?
Yes.
Commissioner Murray Thomas absent. Commissioner Richardson?
Yes.
Commissioner Siebold absent. Commissioner Sermons?
Yes.
Commissioner Vice President Cooper? Yes. Commissioner President Ramirez?
Yes.
So moved.
Okay. Thank you, Ms.
Thank you.
Fishman. Let's move on to resolutions 13 through 15, which are for the Department of Parks, Recreation, and Cultural Affairs. They will be read into the record at a later time.
Mr.
Good evening, Mr. Zates.
Good evening, Joshua Zates, Essex County Parks. Number 13 is a contract award to Titan Mechanical and Piping to provide inspection, service, maintenance, and repair over at Cody Arena. 24-month contract not to exceed $574,967.68. This is simply an inspection of the compressors over at the 2 rinks over at the Cody Arena. They do a monthly inspection and then repair and replace parts as necessary. Number 14, a contract award to Clark Moynihan Landscaping, lowest responsive bidder, provide landscape maintenance for parks in the Bloomfield-Nutley area. Date of award through October 6, 2027, amount not to exceed $483,501.84. This is specifically for the parks Brookdale, Watsessing, and Yannicka. The monthly cost is $15,145.91. The fixed amount for the total contract is $363,501.84, and then there's a $120,000 allowance as well.
Hold on one second. We are experiencing technical difficulties. Thank you, Commissioner Mercado.
Were they trying to tell me my 3 minutes expired?
Apparently, you took too long. All right, looks like we're going to have to fix that later on.
Okay. We'll use our stopwatches.
We have stopwatches we could use. All right, let's go back to business. Mrs. H., we are now at number 15 now, correct?
Yep. Finally, number 15 is a contract, contract change order with EasyGo Division of Textron to provide and deliver maintenance of lithium-powered golf carts, adding an amount not to exceed $107,362.80. The original contract award was $536,814. With the 20%, the new contract amount is $644,176.80. The reason being is this is the first time in roughly 6 years that we've had all 3 golf courses open at the same time. As you know, both Byrne and Hendricks were previously improved, and then we just opened Weequahic back at the end of the summer. So now we're finding that due to the increase in attendance, we do need additional golf courses, hence the change order. Happy to answer any questions the board may have.
Thank you. It's a good problem to have, certainly. Ms. Shabazz, any questions on 13 through 15?
No legal issues, yeah.
Mr. McInerney?
No.
Commissioners, any questions? Commissioner Richardson?
Yeah,
And then Vice President
through you,
Cooper.
Mr. President. So how many golf carts will this provide, and where will they be going?
Joshua Zates, Essex County Parks. Through you, Mr. President, I don't have the specific amounts. I can certainly get that to you, but we've been divvying up what was originally for the 3 golf courses to the 2 golf courses. Now that the third one's opened again, we need additional carts, but we could certainly provide you with that information.
Thank you.
Joshua, would it be safe to say it's roughly split evenly 3 ways, or is it so different?
When we initially had the contract, it was evenly split 3 ways. I would have to check with the golf director to see what the allocation is currently.
Great, if you can get back to us on the, we'd appreciate it.
Certainly.
Thank you. Vice President Cooper?
We're buying additional carts. I missed your explanation.
Joshua Zates, Essex County Parks. See, Mr. President, these are for the rental of the golf carts. Yeah. Now, just to remind the board, this contract does end in April of next year, and we will bring a new contract to the board at that time.
Ms. Shabazz, you have a question, Mr. McInerney. Commissioners, any other questions? All right, someone to move it?
Motion.
Moved by Vice President Cooper.
Second.
Richardson on the second. Roll call, Madam Deputy Clerk, 13, 14, and 15.
Commissioner Sermons?
Yes.
Commissioner Siebel, absent. Commissioner Richardson?
Yes.
Commissioner Murray Thomas, absent. Commissioner Mercado?
Yes.
Commissioner Luciano?
Yes.
Commissioner Gill?
Yes.
Commissioner Vice President Cooper?
Yes.
Commissioner President Pomaris?
Yes.
So moved.
Thank you, Mrs. Zates. Let's move on to resolutions 16 and 25, which are for the Department of Public Works. I'm sorry, that's 16 through 25. We're keeping us got busy tonight. And then for the Department of Public Works, they'll be read into the record at a later time. Mr. Antonio, the floor is yours, sir.
Good evening. David Antonio, Department of Public Works. Item number 16 awards DCO Energy a 3-year contract to provide the total building maintenance at the Essex County Hospital Center located in Cedar Grove in an amount not to exceed $8,143,251. DCO Energy submitted the sole bid received by the county, and the contract will allow for the full labor, material, and equipment required to perform the operation and maintenance of the building and the building systems, such as the HVAC at the hospital. Mr. David Del Vecchio of DCO Energy is here to touch on the scope of work, the contract, introduce his company, and of course, answer any questions the board may have. Mr. Del Vecchio.
Good evening. Please just state your name and affiliation for the record. Tell us about your company and the project.
Yeah, David Delvecchio, DCO Energy. Mr. Chairman, we've been at the hospital center since it opened, and we're very happy about our partnership with the county with regard to that. And in terms of Commissioner Richardson, we have everyone who is not management is part of the union, and we have 30% of our employees are Essex County employees. DCO is part of the Jingoli family of companies. We've been around since 1918, and we really enjoy being partners with the county and really, look forward to serving the county and the residents and the employees, and we're happy to be here.
Thank you, sir. Ms. Shabazz, any questions for the vendor?
No, Mr. President.
Mr. McInerney, any questions for the vendor?
The only question, so this is a set contract, but there is a $300,000, I guess it's a reimbursement, or maybe you can explain that. It's for repairs? It's the same amount every year within the contract.
David Antonio, Department of Public Works, here's this amount of money, it's $300,000 per year for over 3 years, so it's not $100,000.
Is that used up every year, or is there usually money left?
There's David Antonio, Department of Public Works. It's mostly used up. There's always some balance of that allowance, which is
Right.
$100,000 for the 3-year period.
Right.
So it's a good asset to have, that allowance in the contract.
Yeah.
There's always things that come up that need to be purchased.
Right,
They're
you don't have to
beyond
go
labor.
back. Yeah. Okay, thanks.
Commissioners, any questions for the vendor? Commissioner Vice President Cooper?
I don't have a question or comment. I want to thank you for being prepared to respond to Commissioner Richardson's question. In advance, thank you.
You've been around a long time.
Thank you, Commissioner.
All right, let's move on to number 17.
David Antonio, Department of Public Works, item number 17. It's an award of contract to DCA Energy, a 3-year contract to provide total building maintenance at the Essex County Juvenile Detention Center in Newark in an amount not to exceed $3,951,410. DCO Energy submitted the sole bid received by the county. This contract will also allow for full labor, material, and equipment required to perform operation and maintenance of the building and its various building systems at the detention center. And if Mr. David Delvecchio is still here, if the board has any particular questions separate from...
Ms. Shabazz, any questions on this contract?
No, there are no legal issues.
Mr. McInerney?
No questions.
Commissioners, any questions on this particular contract? Seeing none, let's move on to number 18.
David Antonio, Department of Public Works, item number 18 is an award of contract to Dewberry Engineers to provide for the construction engineering and construction support services required to successfully construct the 12 traffic signals and roadway improvements along various roadways and townships in an amount not to exceed $1,691,120. Dewberry Engineers submitted the highest rated proposal of the 4 received by the county. This contract cost will be fully funded via federal grant. And Mr. Aklak Safar of Dewberry Engineering is here this evening to introduce his company and perhaps explain a little bit about the construction services.
Good evening. Please just state your name and affiliation. Tell us about your company and about the contract as you see it.
Yeah, Akhlaq Zafar from Dewberry Engineers. We are located in Bloomfield, Essex County. We are about 50 engineers, and we are providing construction engineering services and construction support services to Essex County for many years. The last project we did for them was for 9 intersections along Leon's Avenue. That was a $2.6 million fee. And besides, we are working with Essex County on design of signals as well for 6-7 intersections along Springfield Avenue. So Dewberry is not new to Essex County. We have done service to them, and we look forward to perform these services as well.
Thank you. Ms. Shabazz, any questions?
No legal issues.
Mr. McInerney?
No questions.
Commissioners, questions? Commissioner Richardson?
Yes, how many Essex County residents do you employ?
We are like 25% employees in the office, Bloomfield office from Essex County.
Thank you.
Yep.
Okay, let's move on to number 19.
David Antonio, Department of Public Works. Item number 19 is the award of the construction of the 12 traffic signals and road improvements along the various roadways and municipalities by awarding a contract to Fagon Electric in an amount not to exceed $9,887,292. This construction cost will be fully funded via federal grant. Fagon Electric submitted the lowest of the 6 bids received by the County of Essex. Under this contract, Fagon will improve 10 signalized intersections plus construct 2 new ones. We do have Mr. Francisco de Souza of Fagon Electric here this evening to introduce his company and answer any questions the board may have.
Good evening. Please just introduce yourself and your company for the record and tell us about your company there.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Francisco de Souza with Fagon Electric. Company has been established and running for 40 years now. We specialize in traffic signals, highway lighting. We've done several projects with Essex County and multiple municipalities within Essex County and have had a very great success rate in completing them in a timely fashion.
Thank you. Ms. Shabazz, any questions?
No, Mr. President.
Mr. McInerney?
No questions.
Commissioners? Commissioner Richardson?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, where's your company located?
We're located at 140 11th Street in Piscataway, sir. We are an all-union shop.
All union?
All union. Every employee's out of the union halls. We hire out of 472, which is based in Newark, 164. We also hire 825 operators, and that's basically every time we need gentlemen or ladies to fulfill tasks, we call the hall. We ask for employees that live in the county or in the cities that we are working in, trying to give back to the community.
Excellent.
Any other questions? Commissioner Vice President?
Thank you. Mr. Antonio, were you able to, the questions that I had during the meeting the other week about the signals around schools?
David Antonio, Department of Public Works. In this specific contract, I believe it's 1, 2, 3. 3 of the 12 signals in question are immediately adjacent to a school. Bloomfield High School in Bloomfield and Brookdale Elementary in Bloomfield as well. And I think you asked about audible pedestrian signals. That is now going to be included in all our signals, including these.
Okay, thank you.
Good, excellent. All right, that's good. Thank you. You're off the hook. Let's move on. Number 20.
Item number 20 is an award of contract to T&M Associates to provide the construction engineering and cost construction support services required to construct the 9 traffic signals and road improvements in the township of Bloomfield in an amount not to exceed $1,275,940. T&M submitted the highest rated proposal of the 5 received in response to this project's RFP. This contract and its cost will be fully funded via a federal grant. And Mr. Steve Wong of T&M Associates is also here this evening. We'd also like an opportunity to introduce his company, T&M.
Good evening. Please just state your name and affiliation. Tell us about your company.
Good evening. My name is Stephen Wong with T&M Associates. I'm a vice president and I am the transportation market leader for the company. We have offices in Bloomfield and over 25% of our staff there is in Essex County. I'm also joined, next year we are celebrating our 60th year in business. And I'm joined here by the RE on the job, Julio Vega, if you have any specific questions about the job.
Ms. Shabazz, any questions?
No legal question.
Mr. McInerney?
I don't have any questions.
Commissioners? Seems like Bloomfield is well represented tonight. Thank you. I appreciate that as a Bloomfield resident.
Bloomfield hit the
Yeah,
jackpot
apparently
today.
we're like an engineering hub now. Excellent. I think you're good. Thank you, sir. We appreciate it.
Thank you. Have a good night.
David
Mr.
Antonio,
21?
Department of Public Works. Item number 21 is the award of the construction contract to construct the 9 traffic signals and road improvements in the Township of Bloomfield by awarding the contract to Smith Sandy Construction in an amount not to exceed $7,451,267. This construction cost will be fully funded via federal grant. Smith Sandy Construction submitted the lowest of the 4 bids received by the county. Under this contract, Smith Sandy will improve 7 existing signalized intersections, plus construct 2 new ones. Smith Sandy Construction does have union participation in this labor. Laborers 472, operating engineers 825, and this afternoon we confirmed that they have 16 employees of theirs that live in the county of Essex. Item number 22 is the exercise of a 24-month extension option to Colonelli Brothers' current contract to provide miscellaneous roadway drainage improvements on a as-needed basis in an amount not to exceed $854,052. This contract is used by the Division of Roads and Bridges to provide for the timely repair of roadway drainage issues such as collapsed catch basins and manhole repairs. Item number 23 is the exercise of another 24-month extension option, but this time is to the Sparwick contractors' current contract to provide miscellaneous culvert and bridge repairs on a as-needed basis in an amount not to exceed $429,120. This contract is used by the Division of Roads and Bridges to perform as-needed minor repairs to minor bridges and culverts. And item number 24 authorizes the traffic signal, authorizes the execution of an agreement so that a traffic signal installation may take place along Pleasant Valley Way. The contract will be between the County of Essex and Redwood West Orange. The installation of the traffic signal will be located on Pleasant Valley Way near its intersection with Mayfair Drive in West Orange. The proposed traffic signal installation has been approved by the Office of the County Engineer and will improve traffic flow along Pleasant Valley Way. The engineering, construction, maintenance of the traffic signal and any other roadway improvements will be borne by Redwood West Orange, the developer. And item number 25 authorizes the execution of an agreement between the County of Essex and Pilot Fiber for the installation of telecommunication aerial cables and other equipment along county roadways on existing utility poles. This agreement will allow the county to be reimbursed for review costs and also ensure that any work done by Pilot Fiber is done in an orderly manner in accordance with county permits and standards.
Thank you, Mr. Attorney. Ms. Shabazz, any questions on 21 to 25?
No, there are no legal issues, Mr. President.
Ms. McInerney?
The grants are federal grants, correct? Run by
through
the DOT, but different than the state grants that we normally
Through you,
get.
Mr. President, that is correct. DOT is an administrating body, but they're federal grants.
Okay. Well, thank you.
FHWA.
Sounds good. Commissioners, any questions? Commissioner Vice President Cooper?
In reference to item number 21, what we're doing is paving. We recently paved on Bloomfield Avenue, and they were paving overnight. There were, I think there were sheriff officers. Who determines the number of sheriff officers that are on the job? Do we determine it or the contractor?
It's a combination of both. It's usually a collaborative effort between us and the contractor. Yeah.
So the area on Bloomfield Avenue that recently was paved, Bloomfield and Grove Street, there were officers, I recall, being at one end and the opposite end, but in the middle, there didn't seem to be any officers. And I'm saying that because you did all this beautiful work. And you know when you come to put the right part down on the road, it was wet and cars drove through it.
Through you, Mr. President, that is unfortunate. That is something that we hope doesn't happen. I'm glad you're telling us about this. Moving forward, we'll be more mindful to make sure that appropriate traffic control is in place to avoid this from happening in the future. That is definitely that.
I'm sure, I went back to look. We spent a pretty penny on that project. It's beautifully paved, nicely marked out. And you know, sometimes drivers don't adhere to the work that's being done. And they tried to work around because we did cordon off a really big section, so it was kind of hard probably for people to figure out where they needed to go. So my ask is that if we're making that determination, that we put more officers out there so that our work, you know, isn't in vain. Because is that like thermal on, and so now it's gonna be there like that for a while?
Thermoplastic? Yes, yes. Thermoplastic is pretty much as long lasting as you can get for road base markings. Yeah.
So that's the way that this is done?
Correct.
That's unfortunate. This is beautiful, except for
Well,
white is all over the place now.
through you, Mr. President, we can always go back and identify this area where this occurred, have that replaced, and moving forward, we'll make sure that it doesn't happen.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Antonio. Recognizing Commissioner Mary Thomas has joined the meeting. All right, any other questions?
Motion.
So we have a motion for Resolution 16 to 25 by Cooper. We have a second by Mercado. Roll call, Madam Deputy Clerk.
Commissioner Gill?
Yes.
Commissioner Luciano?
Yes.
Commissioner Mercado?
Yes.
Commissioner Murray Thomas?
Yes.
Commissioner Richardson?
Yes.
Commissioner Siebold, absent. Commissioner Sermons?
Yes.
Commissioner Vice President Cooper?
Yes.
Commissioner President Palmaris?
Yes.
So moved.
Thank you.
Mr. Antonio. You earned your money tonight, that's for sure, Lieutenant. Let's move on to 26 through 30, which are from the Office of County Council. That can be read into the record at a later time.
Mr. St. John.
Mr. St. John,
Thank
good
you, Mr.
evening.
Jackson. Mr. President, Jerome St. John, Essex County Council. Resolution 26 is the results of a arbitrator's decision with regard to FOP. There's 106, which is Superior's correction. We attempted to bargain in good faith. We couldn't reach an agreement. FOP 106 says this is the right demanded binding arbitration, and through the work of Mr. Jackson, Sylvia Hall, who's the head of our labor area, Johanna, our outside counsel, Mr. Mohammed, I'm here to report to you that the binding arbitration was almost 100% resolved in our favor. So that's where we are. As you look at the numbers, you'll see there's the same pattern that we negotiated with all the other unions. And the arbitrator denied a lot of the requests that they made. Okay.
27?
Excuse me?
Number 27?
27, 28, and 29 are requests for additional legal funding for additional legal fees because the cases have gone on. We have not been able to resolve them. The requests of the plaintiffs are so enormous, we're not going to resolve them at not try the cases unless their requests are significantly down.
Okay. And number 30? And number 30? Is that part of it as well? Is that one of those cases you mentioned as well?
I sat back too soon. That's 30. 30 is this, I apologize, is exactly the same thing.
Okay.
Additional legal fees.
Understood. Mr. Baz, any questions on 26 to 30?
No questions, Mr. President. As you know, we discussed especially number 26 in our leadership meeting, and a great job by the administration on having this matter resolved. No other questions.
Mr. McInerney?
Just on the employment contract, were those rates pretty much what you had offered?
Excuse me, Frank?
Were those rates pretty much what you offered?
Basically what we offered to everyone else.
Okay. And these funds are reserves, I'm assuming we have a reserve set up
Yes.
for the retro part, yeah. Okay. All right, thank you.
Thank you. Commissioners, any questions on 26 to 30? Commissioner Vice President?
Just a quick one for Mr. Jackson. For item number 26, what's the timeline for processing, the retro stuff?
I would say we would shoot for the end of this year, but more than likely January. It goes back a number of years. So for the actual pay aspect of it, I would say within 60 days, no less, no more. But the pension issue is another story. But the actual pay for that will be probably at 60 days, within no more than 60 days.
And then I think Mr. St. John said there's 2 other unions that you still need to resolve with. So everyone else has been settled except for 2 groups. I got that right?
That's correct. And actually, one of them runs through 2025. So technically, we only have one out.
All right. And you're in talks with those people to hopefully resolve with them?
Correct.
Thank you.
Thank you. Commissioners, any other questions? Someone to move 2026 to 30?
Motion.
Moved by Vice President Cooper.
Second.
Second by Sermons. Roll call, Madam Deputy Clerk.
Commissioner Sermons?
Yes.
Commissioner Siebold, absent. Commissioner Richardson?
Yes.
Commissioner Murray Thomas?
Yes.
Commissioner Mercado, absent. Commissioner Luciano?
Yes.
Commissioner Gill?
Yes.
Commissioner Vice President Cooper?
Yes.
Commissioner President Palmaris?
Yes.
So moved.
Move on to 31, which is in the Office of the County Executive, which can be read into the record at a later time. Mr. Jackson?
Mr. Goltray.
Mr. President, this is a professional service agreement to provide photography service. Gentleman is Glenn Threeson, a 12-month from date of award, amount not to exceed $60,000, coming out of operating.
Ms. Shabazz, any questions?
No, Mr. President.
Mr. McInerney? No questions. Commissioners?
Move it.
Moved by Richardson. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Sermons. Roll call, Madam Deputy Clerk, for 31.
Commissioner Gill?
Yes.
Commissioner Luciano?
Yes.
Commissioner Mercado, absent. Commissioner Murray Thomas?
Yes.
Commissioner Richardson?
Yes.
Commissioner Siebold, absent. Commissioner Sermons?
Yes.
Commissioner Vice President Cooper?
Yes.
Commissioner President Palmaris?
Yes.
So moved.
Let's move on to 32, which is in the Office of Purchasing, and will be read into the record at a later time. Mr. Colton?
Mr. President, this is an authorization to use competitive contracting process in order to provide health care services for inmates at the Essex County Correctional Facility.
Thank you. Ms. Shabazz?
No questions.
Mr. McInerney?
No questions.
Commissioners?
Motion.
Moved by Vice President Cooper, second.
Second.
Second by Sermons. Roll call, Madam Deputy Clerk, number 32.
Commissioner Gill?
Yes.
Commissioner Luciano?
Yes.
Commissioner Mercado, absent. Commissioner Murray Thomas?
Yes.
Commissioner Richardson?
Yes.
Commissioner Siebold, absent. Commissioner Sermons?
Yes.
Commissioner Vice President Cooper?
Yes.
Commissioner President Palmaris?
Yes.
So moved.
Let's go on to 33, which is from the Office of the Prosecutor. Be read into the record at a later time. Mr. Jackson?
This is a resolution approving participation with the State of New Jersey federal grant program administered by the Division of Violence, Intervention, and Victim Assistance Office of the Attorney General, Department of Law and Public Safety, accepting the sub-award for a period October 1st, 2025 to September 30th, 2026.
Thank you.
This is a state-required participation.
Ms. Shabazz, any questions?
No legal questions.
Mr. McInerney?
No questions.
Commissioners? Seeing none. Moved by Sermons. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Richardson. Roll call, Madam Deputy Clerk, for 33.
Commissioner Gill?
Yes.
Commissioner Luciano?
Yes.
Commissioner Mercado, absent. Commissioner Murray Thomas?
Yes.
Commissioner Richardson?
Yes.
Commissioner Siebold, absent. Commissioner Sermons?
Yes.
Commissioner Vice President Cooper?
Yes.
Commissioner President Palmaris?
Yes.
So moved.
Let's move on to resolutions 34 through 41, which are all 2025 county budget and insertion of items of revenue from various sources. They will be read into the record at a later time.
Mr. President, item 34, in the amount of $222,709 is a budget insertion for the Office of the Prosecutor. These funds will be used to assemble a response team, an examination program for sexual assault victims in Essex County, to purchase needed supplies and to maintain victim examination services at hospital sites within the county. There is a match of $55,677 that will be met through salary, wages, and fringe. Item 35, also for the Office of the Prosecutor, in the amount of $29,330.59. This is for the Drinking, Driving Enforcement Fund to provide for enforcement as well as for enforcement personnel, but also for purchasing supplies and equipment, and there is no county match. Item 36, similar grant going to the Office of the Sheriff in the amount of $9,307.03. 50% of this will be used for patrol and 50% for buying equipment and supplies, and there's no county match. Item 37, in the amount of $4,128.30. There's an additional amount into the our opioid settlement fund. This is going to go to the Division of Community Health as part of the nationwide settlement. And following this amount, our new total is $3,337,831.36. And the committee will be delivering some recommendations for programs to the administration and the board shortly. Item 38, going to the Division of Community Action in the amount of $1,617,505. This is for support for the homeless, Code Blue, and intensive case management programs run by the division. And there's no county match. This funding is for January 1, 2026 through June 30th, 2026. Item 39, also going to the Division excuse me, of Community Action in the amount of $384,321. This is a community services block grant non-discretionary fund, and to provide for services for impoverished and low-income residents of Bloomfield, East Orange, Irvington, Montclair, and Belleville. This board may recall Newark has its own program, and there's no county match for this program. Item 40, going to the Department of Corrections in the amount of $719,729. This is for our the MAT program, Medication Assisted Treatment Program. And these dollars are used for programs to reduce the risk of overdose and to increase treatment retention. And this program will be able to treat up to 1,500 inmates. And the program funding runs from July 1, 2025 to June 30, 2026, and there's no county match. Item 41 is going to the Office of the County Clerk in the amount of $163,493, and this is reimbursement for printing expenses incurred during the 2025 general election, and there's no county match. And finally, item 79 is an insertion of items from the New Jersey Department of Transportation going to the Department of Public Works in the amount of $21,398,692.53. This funding will be used for the final design engineering for the replacement of the Bridge Street Bridge over the Passaic County, which we do in conjunction with Hudson County, and there's no county match.
Thank you. Ms. Shabazz, any questions?
No legal questions, Mr. President.
Mr. McInerney, any questions?
No questions.
Commissioners, any questions?
Through you, Mr. President.
Commissioner Mary Thomas.
Thank you, and good evening, everyone. Mr. Jackson, my question's around item number 35, but I guess it actually could apply to any grants, and for clarity for the record for the public, this is item 34. Excuse me, which is the insertion of revenue for violence intervention and victim assistance. So it's about this particular item, but then any item that's related to federal grants that's our continuation, particularly, something like this where it's doing such critical work, serving members of our community who have been victims or potential victims of violence. And we know that there's a lot of ambiguity with the current administration with continuation of funds for stuff like this. My question is, I see that this is a insertion based off a continued grant, but is this grant, as well as some of the other grants that we've been getting under VOCA, are those things for the next fiscal year looking pretty secure? Has there been a rollback on some of those grant provisions? Just curious about where we are as far as the federal government support, continued support of this type of work.
I think we're for example, for this grant, 10/1/2025 through 9/30/2026, I think we're in good shape.
Okay, great. And is this a recurring grant, or
Yeah,
is
we
this?
have gotten this over time, but again, I can't guarantee for the next fiscal cycle,
Sure.
but for, at least for this funding, I think we're in good shape.
Okay, great, thank you.
Thank you. Someone to move 34. Oh, I'm sorry, Commissioner Ritson.
Yeah, the question is on 79. Exactly what are you going to be, what's going to be done with the bridge?
Completely replaced, will be coming to the board fairly shortly. I think the total price for replacing the whole bridge is north of $200 million. So we'll be getting a grant to totally replace the Bridge Street Bridge.
So has there been an environmental impact study done on what that's gonna look like
I-
for that particular area?
I don't know if Mr. Antonio's still, he's probably gone, but all I can say, Commissioner, is that whatever the requirements are for the grant and for the federal government to do the work will be done. And part of the study, I think, of this grant, the $2 million grant, is just for a final design. So I'm sure incorporated in that will be some of that work, but I'll find out exactly for you.
Okay, excellent.
Any other questions? Commissioner Richardson, would you like to move 34 to 41 and 79?
Move it.
Moved, second? Second by Servants. Roll call, Madam Deputy Clerk.
Commissioner Gill?
Yes.
Commissioner Luciano?
Yes.
Commissioner Mercado, absent. Commissioner Murray Thomas?
Yes.
Commissioner Richardson?
Yes.
Commissioner Siebold, absent. Commissioner Sermons?
Yes.
Commissioner Vice President Cooper? Yes. Commissioner President Pomaris?
Yes.
So moved.
Let's move on to resolutions 42 through 90, with the exception of 79, which we just did, which are in memoriams, commendations, proclamation resolutions that can be read into the record at a later time. Commissioners, any questions or comments on these? Seeing none, so I'm going to move it. Moved by Vice President Cooper.
Second.
Second by Richardson. Roll call, Madam Deputy Clerk. 42 through 90, with the exception of 79, which we did.
Commissioner Gill?
Yes.
Commissioner Luciano?
Yes.
Commissioner Mercado, absent. Commissioner Murray Thomas?
Yes.
Commissioner Richardson?
Yes.
Commissioner Siebold, absent. Commissioner Sermons?
Yes.
Commissioner Vice President Cooper?
Yes.
Commissioner President Pomaris?
Yes.
So moved.
Okay, Madam Deputy Clerk, do we have any other added starters? I believe we got
No,
them
we
all,
do
right?
not.
Okay. All right, so let's move on to the report of board committees. Commissioners, do we have any board committee reports?
Through you, Mr. President, it's not exactly about the committee reports, but I just want to go back on the record and vote in the affirmative for the resolutions that were voted on in absentia, in my absentia.
Yeah, go ahead.
Thank
What
you.
numbers were they?
I think it was 1 through about, was it 17 or so? I could go ahead and double check, but around that, round or about.
All the ones that you were absent for?
Exactly, all the ones, Thank you.
Commissioners, any other reports or boards and committees? We're good? Any legislative reports or written communications? Seeing none, any unfinished business or any new business? Seeing none, let's go to public comment. If there's any member of the public who would like to comment on any matter, please come to the microphone and state your name and address and affiliation. You will have 4 minutes to speak. Good evening.
Good evening. Winifred Victor Hines, and I am the Executive Director of the Weequahic Park Association. And my reason for being here is, to my chagrin, on November 19th, we found out that the county is going to install another baseball field at Weequahic Park. In Weequahic Park, we already have 3 baseball fields, so that's going to be the 4th one. Now, in all my years living in Newark and working at Weequahic Park, talking to residents, doing community engagement, I have not ever heard one person say that they needed another baseball field. Ice skating rink, yes, okay? So you have ice skating rinks at, you used to have the one at Branchbrook Park, and also you have Central Park, Prospect Park, and recently in Montclair, right, Clary Anderson Arena, they won a battle to reopen their skating rink. And they had community input, and it was a source, and it is a source of community pride. And so I sent an email to Dan Salvante, and I CC'd you guys. I don't know if you got it or not, right? And so I have a copy of the email here, all right? And I asked them, respectfully request that the county pause construction and reopen the discussion with the community, specifically regarding the long-requested ice skating rink. And then I didn't get any response from Dan or any one of you. And so I called Dan, and then he spoke to me, and he, gave all sorts of excuses about funding, well, it would cost so much, blah, 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 etc. But we don't know that. because we were not part of the discussion, as usual. So lack of transparency, no community input, okay? And then, on top of that, right, a few days later, I get an email from Mr. Jackson's office, right, asking us, all right, and because of multiple attempts to mediate the ongoing conflict between the Weequahic Park Sports Authority and the Weequahic Park Association, right, now we can only occupy the office and schedule programming only on Tuesdays and Thursdays between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. So all the other days, including Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, we can't do anything. So it looks like retaliation for us speaking out. And that should not happen, okay? And on top of it, I don't know why you guys are not investigating the Weequahic Park Sports Authority. Why are you not investigating what is going on at the Department of Parks, Recreation, and Cultural Affairs, okay? Sometimes it feels if it's a fraternity. You guys just give Dan Salvante a pat in the back. Matter of fact, you give Joe DiVincenzo a pat in the back. All right? Do you realize that you have the power to investigate them? I don't know. I mean, is it the first time that you guys are hearing this?
30
and
seconds.
So instead, we keep being investigated. We need an ice skating rink. And other people from the community, okay, they are incensed about this. And you're going to hear from some of them. But I respectfully request that you pause the construction of this baseball field that nobody wants and no one asked for in the community. We do have a partnership agreement with the Department of Parks Recreation, and we should have been told. Instead, Dan told me it's because of the Board of Education. Not even the Board of Education came to us asking us about this. Okay, so illegally, this is illegal. Legally, it should not have happened without our consent as well.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you.
We'll have Matt adjust that for you.
Michelle Boynton.
Good evening.
I've been in Weequahic Park for 60 years. And Weequahic Park, South Ward, that's where I grew up at. We have football, we have basketball, we have baseball. But we have kids who want to enjoy life as well. Everything is not about a sport, about playing, about winning. And my thoughts is, we can have an ice skating rink in the summer, let's have a roller skating rink. Let's let kids enjoy something, a family community is what we need. Our kids, all they have is cell phone, computer, that's their life. There's other things, the exercise that we used to get. Me growing up, it was great. We played basketball, kickball, hopscotch, jump rope, everything. All kids know, even adults. I'm a crossing guard. Y'all walk across the street with a cell phone. Kids got cell phones. We don't need a babysitter. They need to enjoy life, enjoy fun. There's something other than just, and if we already have 4, what do we need another one for? But where was the input from the community? This is ours. We've had Weequahic Park, and my concern too, when we have construction, who's from Essex County? Newark. I keep hearing Essex County, Bloomfield, this one. There's Newark. There's women, there's men that do construction. Where are they? When I come in the park and I don't see a whole lot of people that look like they was from that area. So it's not really fair to just throw something at someone without asking, what do you want to do? Kids, it's cold. They can't go out and play softball. Not to enjoy, but mothers, fathers, the grandkids, bring your kids to sit, skate, learn. That's a wonderful exercise. I mean, I go to Branchwood Park to skate. Shouldn't have to do that because they have it, Madison have it, we just want it here. And we have, this young man I went to 2nd grade with still roller skates. Teachers roller skating. Kids can do it. It's something other than just a cell phone, a computer, a baseball, a basketball. Sports is wonderful. We need it. They get it in school. Afterwards, where's the fun? Where's the enjoyment in life? Because it's not just about winning. It's about enjoying. And it's not just kids, it's adults, grandparents. Take your kids, show them there's something else. We might go to the Olympics. Who knows? But I'm just saying it's really not fair. So many things you look happen. Where do we get an input to say, and honestly, I'm asking, Who needs another baseball field when you have so many? How many people is playing baseball? And honest God, how many look like me? So it's just not fair to throw something without saying, and if you guys have the voice, you have that power, hey, listen, when was this done? Who was asked? And Weequahic Park does ours. Why? Certain days that you can come and do something. It's always, we planting trees, people come by, your grandkids 20 years later, wow, this tree was planted. Weequahic Park has been around a long time. It's building, let it build, but let us grow with it. And just let us please have a voice as to what's going on there. And just think about it. I mean, I don't know if you guys still like to skate. They got skaters at 90 years old. Enjoy life. Enjoy Weequahic Park. Please, just out of the respect, give us something other. We don't need another baseball field. And when the construction is done, I want everybody. Give people from Newark. You have women that can do construction. No, it's not fair. It's a look. Because just please, give us what we're asking, that's all. Just a voice, or you guys find out why would you want another baseball field in Weequahic Park. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
No, darling, thank you.
Good evening.
Good evening. Do you mind?
Matt's going to be the official microphone adopter person there.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Shonda Gaston. I'm an executive director of Assembly Village Incorporated. I have partnership with Weequahic Park Association, and I'm here on behalf of the residents of Newark, particularly the South Ward, to respectfully petition for the development of an interchangeable multi-seasonal skating rink at Weequahic Park, along with additional other things. My partnership with Weequahic, we do yoga and we facilitate for maternal health mothers. So Weequahic Park is the largest, well, the second largest park in New Jersey, and Branchbrook Park is the other one. Comparing both of them, you have more activities, you have more things over at Branchbrook Park, more something you do at Weequahic Park. We're asking to have an interchangeable rink like Brooklyn or Branchbrook Park or something like that to use for the community. It would be helpful for the children, like they stated before, to have something activity in the wintertime, but also have roller skating back on the South Ward side. If you are from Newark, which I am from Newark, we used to have Twin Cities. You used to go over there and you used to roller skate. We don't have that no longer. You used to have Route 22. You can go and roller skate. The children need something in their neighborhoods. It's fine to have something in North Newark, which is beautiful, but can we have something in our own facility, in our own neighborhood, where the kids and the families can enjoy? We are asking you to help us. We're asking for the families and we're asking for the neighborhood, be in regards to them. And I know some of y'all from Newark, so y'all know how it was. It was beautiful to go to roller skating ring and enjoy it with the family. So bring it back. Just bring it back to the neighborhood. And thank you for your time, and you guys have a blessed day.
Thank you, madam. Good evening.
Good evening. My name is Kirby Brown. I'm a lifelong resident of Newark. I'm 66 years old. Been roller skating for 60 years. Own businesses about roller skating. I've taught roller skating. I still roller skate. And I want to address two issues. The first one is that we have a skating rink right here in Newark, New Jersey, right in the Essex County parks, that prices are going astronomical. I don't understand how a single mom with 3 kids can have to go skating and pay $80. You know, when I was coming up, I was able to go to college. I studied at night, became a chemist, graduated magna cum laude. I did all these things, but I had a vehicle that kept me off the street. My mother had 7, 8 kids, you know, and none of us ever got incarcerated because we had a vehicle. So we want these kids to get out here and do great things, but we don't give them a vehicle to do that. Skating has always been a national thing. It's so big now that most of the people that's skating with Usher and all these people out here are coming from Newark because they have generational legacy to learn from. I run an organization called Heaven on Wheels. We do cancer events, back to school, all these things we've been doing for the last 30 years on our own dime. And we don't even get participation by Branchbrook. It's a great place, but we have a voice. And I'm watching these prices go up, and no one's doing anything about it. You know, when I speak to the mayor, we live on the same block, you know? Everybody has a deaf ear to it because if it's not a political election going on, and I vote every year, you don't have a voice because it doesn't mean anything that they can't get a benefit from it. And I'm not criticizing the one person, but that's a thing that you need to address because this is Essex County, and I don't know who's running that place, but it's being leased by USA, and they treat us completely different than they do New York, you know? So we are trying to give kids something to look forward to as leaders so they can take over. It takes a village, but our hands are tied. The other thing is that I skate nationally and internationally, and I realize that most communities have some type of roller skating pavilion in their park where they can skate well, you don't want to skate 24/7, but you want to skate year-round. And you want to have a place where people can go freely, and it's a vibrant thing because it's different, you know. Inner city kids have developed a style that has taken this nation by the storm. They're coming from all the way from Europe just to come into Newark to skating. But that's going to die if these younger kids don't have a place to practice and skate. A skate pavilion in the park will provide that. I'm from Weequahic. I've been in my own house since the 70s, so, and that park has always been down the street, you know, but to see the redundancy of them building one baseball field after another baseball field, and I'm riding past there and I'm seeing just one demographic using it, it's not right. You know, so I'm just here to say, to point those two things out. We do need that pavilion, and we do need a voice for this skating ring to be in somebody's jurisdiction, because they're running amok with the prices.
30 seconds.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Good evening.
Hi, good evening, everyone. Okay,
There
thank you.
You got it.
Hi,
Not
my name
you're
is
out of a
Rashia
job.
Mason. I'm a lifelong Newark resident. Grew up on Lehigh Avenue, and also I still live on Weequahic Avenue. One of the requirements was, when I bought my house, I wanted to be in Weequahic section by the park, so I could see the park. And I'm fortunate enough that I ended up on Weequahic Avenue. Being here right now, I'm a skater. I'm a new skater, not as long as Kirby, but during the pandemic, I found roller skating. And roller skating really does bring community. It's so important to the people who do it, and it gives you so much growth and so much ability to learn what you can do within yourself. It helps give you confidence. It gives you skills that you never thought you can have, and then you take those skills and you take them out into the world. I imagine if I'm almost 50 years old, and I'm doing things on roller skates that if you saw me do them, you would be like, oh my God, is she really almost 50 years old? But imagine learning that when you were Kirby's age at 10, and growing up with that at 6, and then growing up with that your whole life. You'd be unstoppable in the world. There'd be nothing that people could take from you. There'd be nothing people could tell you couldn't do, because you know that you can go on roller skates on wheels and swing from one end of the room to another on one foot. People can't do that. That's not normal. It's amazing to watch these kids and adults, and me even, as a new skater. It's amazing to watch. And the community, one of our very own Newark residents was on stage with Usher at the Super Bowl. One of our very own, roller skating. And it's that kind of thing that we need in our community. And so Weequahic Park, right, it's great to have Branch Brook, and if we get a pavilion, we won't stop going to Branch Brook, right, because we have our skate nights, and that's a lot of fun. Again, it's the community. But to have a place that's maybe lower cost or free even, where people can go and they can practice, and they can come out and they can just be together in a family of 4. Like Kirby said, he was a family of like 10 people. It's like $20, $21 if you don't have skates to get in Branch Brook, plus tax. How is a single mother? You can't do that. And they have a pavilion in Orlando, Florida that I know about. They have one in DC that I know about. And I think it's important that if we're gonna be on the cutting edge of cities and we're trying to be a premier city, we should provide these things to people. Because if you go on the internet, roller skating is everywhere. And maybe now that we're talking about it, maybe it'll pop up in your feed, because our phones are definitely listening, right? But maybe it'll pop up in your feed and you'll see it for yourself. Roller skating that didn't start and stop with Usher. These folks have been roller skating forever. I will be roller skating forever. And it is something that we really could have for families, and we don't need another, a baseball field. We don't, we have it. We have it. So just as a community member, I'm an advocate for the roller skating pavilion.
Thank you. Is there anyone else wishing to speak at this time? Or someone else?
Good evening.
Good evening.
My name is Pamela McElvin. I advocate for Bellsburg Park. I was here last month, and I asked for your support in having Bellsburg Park Senior Cafe inspected. I haven't heard from anyone, no information. I contacted with Dan and them. I haven't heard anything back. I also mentioned about the repair, but the stove and the microwave don't work. I actually bought a microwave from home there just to heat up sandwiches. But in order for me to receive, the kitchen have to be inspected. The kitchen have to be inspected. As of now, it hadn't been inspected since 2019. The place is clean. I know we're getting a new building. I don't know when. I have no idea. No one gave me any type of, they used to email me and give me some type of information. I get none. So now I've got to keep calling the county, find out what's going on, what's happening. I get no information. Again, it's probably something minor that public service can put in, just until we know what's going to happen with the building. Okay, and I even spoke about South Orange Avenue, which is a county road, okay, by Speedway School. If you come down there in the morning, or if you watch some of my videos, my live, it was so many from vans and truck parked on the sidewalk of the park to cross their kids to go into Speedway, which is the entrance is in the middle of the school. I actually drove down and I stopped just to give them the opportunity, even though I was being called whatever and tooting horns. You have families crossing the street. That's why when Ron Bright Sr. was alive, that's something that he has spoke to me about, is getting a pedestrian bridge, because he knew the danger of that area. And for some reason, it just went dead. You know, something has to be done before a tragedy happened to a family or a child or whatever in that area. South Orange Avenue, 7:30, 7 to 8. Once I drop my great-grandson off at school, he has to be there at 7:30. That's where I go, straight down to Bellsbury Park, straight down South Orange Avenue. And the traffic, unbelievable. All the cars is parked on the side of the park, up on the curve. And then, you know, the school bus coming to drop kids off. The design of the school was so, to me, it was backwards. Because again, the community was never informed about anything. If you talk to the community, you can get you get better ideas than the engineers have that went to school for it, you know. But you don't, that's the problem, we don't communicate. So right now, my biggest concern is Speedway School, going at the traffic, the pedestrian bridge. One person said, oh, it's gonna look ugly. I don't care what it look like, okay? It's the lies about children, our seniors. Right, you know, I'm still fighting with Orrington Parkway. You can't the tractor trailers, we kind of got rid of them. But the seniors won't even come out because the traffic is it's just horrible. You know, and I asked again for your support to help me. But it's so much lack of communication between the two entities, it's just unbelievable. But somebody have to take a stand. Somebody have to take a stand. I don't know who covers Bellsbury Park, but someone has to communicate, talk to me. Let me know something, because I'm still taking baby steps trying to figure out what's going on, what's happening. Emails, you don't respond, so like what? What do I do? Where do I go? Who do I talk to next? Who? Somebody tell me.
30 seconds.
you know, but right now, like I said, those are my issues for now. Like I said, I don't know when we're going to get the building. If I knew when, whatever's wrong in the kitchen, I have an organization that's willing to bring me meals. People come there looking for stuff. I done been into my pocket personally and just bought hot chocolate or whatever tea to give them. You know, I have someone making soup to give them, you know, but I'm not a rich person, okay? I'm on the fixed income, I'm a retiree. So please, I'm just asking for the county support. You know, Vailsburg Park been forgotten for a long time. Let's bring it back. You know, I thank you.
Thank you, madam.
Okay, I think,
We only get one opportunity apiece.
this is not for Weequahic Park.
It doesn't matter. It's one opportunity per person. That's how it works. But let me tell you, so is anyone else wishing to speak? Because here's what I would recommend. So with the Weequahic Park folks, whoever's in, madam, the first person, you spoke first. So since you're the representative of the organization, what I would recommend, Adam, if we can get her contact information, and what I would suggest is to request a meeting to discuss the possibility of a skating pavilion. I don't think it necessarily has to come at the expense of stopping the ball field. It could be something separate. And that might be my, you know, a better
But even stopping the ball field,
But
I mean, it's too much. It really is.
I would recommend that you request a meeting, because I'm not going to be able to solve it for you here. That's what I'm suggesting that you do. I think you may have better luck to request a meeting to see if that's a possibility to do.
Okay.
That's what all
So
I'm saying.
between us and who else?
Well, I would request a meeting, Steve, you can speak to the Parks Department. So we can forward that request if you speak to Adam, and he'll get the contact information so that through one person as opposed to 8, or however many people are you, we can get that information to you back as a group.
And in the meantime, are they moving forward with the construction of the baseball field?
I have no understanding of it being paused at this time. I don't have any information.
So is there
that
any
would
way
pause.
you guys can pause
No,
it until after?
At
Because
this point,
illegally, I mean, we
Madam,
have,
let me explain. This is not a back and forth now. I'm trying to make a suggestion so that, because you made statements, but statements are going to just stay here. So perhaps, if you're asking perhaps for a request for a meeting, which is what I'm suggesting, then that we can forward to the administration, and that would be a better path moving forward.
Okay, yes.
See what I'm saying?
Definitely want a community meeting
Okay,
with
so
them.
then that's what I would do. I would speak to Adam so he can do that, okay?
Okay, thank
All
you.
right, thank you, madam. But, hold on a second. Folks, shh, this isn't a back and forth right now. We're trying to assist you by making your statements into an opportunity to discuss that with the county. That's what I'm trying to do. Okay. With respect to Vailsburg, hold on, madam, it can't be a back and forth. I gotta move on. Okay. Mr. Jackson, shh, guys, please. I'm trying to be respectful. I'm trying to help you and give you some guidance as opposed to just statements so you can move some progress, okay?
What is it?
Mr. Jackson, I can't imagine that any facility has been uninspected since 2019. That seems like an enormously long time, but can you please, with respect to the Park House in Vailsburg, look into that? Or do you have any information?
Absolutely, and we actually had a conversation, or Matt actually had some communication today with Parks about the, and they're looking at bringing some equipment in because we're, as you know, we're moving back into 115. So
Okay.
some of the stuff that we had at another location may be available to there.
Okay.
So we're looking at it, and I just want to say for the record how much I really, I don't want to sound patronizing, but I really admire Ms. McElwain's relentless advocacy for Vailsburg Park. I mean, she's.
Understood.
I appreciate it, and it doesn't go unnoticed, but it's, we actually
So
had
hopefully
that
we have an
conversation.
opportunity to make improvements there
Yes.
based on the equipment that we have from another location that's being shut down. Okay, great. So, well, maybe at the next meeting, a week from now, we can have some kind of clarification for that?
Yes.
Great, thank you.
I'll put Mr. Zates on the hook for that.
Put Mr. Zates on the hook, or he's going to be last at the meeting. Thank you. All right, there's no other so let the record reflect there's no more public comment at this time, so we're moving on to comment session for commissioners. Commissioner Mary Thomas.
Through you, Mr. President. First of all, I just want to thank all of the community members who come out every month to speak, but I want to give, again, I grew up in between South and West Ward, so both Vailsburg and Weequahic Park are parks where I spent a lot of time. learned how to skate in Branchbrook Park. I learned how to hit the T-ball at Vailsburg Park. And then at Weequahic Park, that's where I went to team. So we would run around there all the time to when I was auditioning for the cross-country team and did not make it. But learned how to play tennis there. So every park that has come up tonight in particular has shaped who I am today. So I just want to thank the community members for their advocacy. And I want to lift up particularly this idea around an outdoor skate pavilion. There's a few different models that exist. I've been to the one in Harlem before. There's one literally right in East Orange, which is like a different version that's more like both roller skating and skateboarding. But I know for sure that there are options for us as a community in partnership with our administration to explore. And so that's something that I'm definitely taking seriously, and you'll be hearing from me so we can work on some joint collaborative opportunities to see what's possible and make that happen for our kids. Because as you share, I'm thinking about, I remember growing up seeing you in the Branchbrook Park, so now I'm seeing you over here, I'm like, oh my God, we in here with the legends. So, this can really save lives and communities, and it's something that our park, Weequahic Park, deserves. And so just know that this is something that is a personal priority for me. And, I know our administration takes this work seriously as well, so more soon there to come. I also just, speaking of the administration, want to just name this holiday season is a beautiful time, but also a difficult time for a lot of people. A lot of people are grieving. A lot of people have just figured out and are still trying to figure out how to put food on the table, clothes on the back for their children. And in the wake of everything that our country and particularly our county has gone through with the SNAP and WIC delays, I just want to give a special thank you to our county leadership, to our county staff who have been working tirelessly to serve the largest number of people who are beneficiaries of these programs in the state of New Jersey. They all come from Essex County. And so to our Essex County residents, who are also our Essex County staff, who are there every day, making sure that parents and mothers have milk and resources and nutrients for their babies, that they have opportunities to feed and clothe their children. I just want to say thank you for working under unspeakable global and federal conditions to make sure our people have what they need. So I just want to just say those gratitudes, particularly during this holiday season.
God bless you. You are our future, and that's what we
Thank
need.
you. Madam, we can't do back and forth, please. We want to respect the rules of the game, if you will. That way we both have dialogue, civil discourse. Okay, thank you. Commissioner Luciano, earlier this evening, you and Commissioner Gill honored a couple of folks. Would you like to give us a quick recap about what happened?
Yes, we thank you to you, Mr. President. So we honored a special educator from Montclair Public Schools. And I would defer to Commissioner Gill, but he has gone, and I thought it was a full achievement. And we also had in 2 Italian-American organizations. Even though Italian-American Heritage has passed, we honored 2 different chapters and gave them an opportunity to talk about all the charitable work they do here in Essex County. So as we do always appreciate our regular business as commissioners handling county business, we also like to commend those that achieve and go out of their way for charitable works within our communities.
Thank you, Commissioner. Appreciate it. All right. Anything else, Commissioners?
Yes.
Commissioner Vice President.
Thank you. Couple questions. Mr. Jackson, was there like I know we have a parks open space master plan. Did the Weequahic Park plan call for an additional baseball field? Can you review that and then get back to us? And even if it did we do current day assessment to see if that demand was still something that we needed to move forward for? My next question is, where exactly is this new baseball field going? Because Weequahic Park is heavily used, and if it's going where I think I've heard that people are saying that it's going off the Meeker Avenue entrance.
It's right next to us.
Madam, please, from the audience, because you gotta.
At the Meeker Avenue entrance, that's going to impact the community programs that often take place in that park. Because after we've done all the wonderful development that we've done there, and someone said earlier about the county exec only invested in parks. Let me clarify something. The county executive's investment in parks is an investment in families. in communities, because our parks bring people together for us to enjoy and to have a good time. So that's an investment in us. So let me correct that for the record. But if we are putting another baseball field right there, we're destroying the very thing that we're trying to make an investment in. And if we already have 3, and again, I've never done an assessment of what's in the park. You guys represent that area, that side better than I do. I don't know the number of fields that's there. My question would be, if we already have existing fields, why do we need another one? And again, I'm going off base with what I've heard today. Could there be an opportunity for us to co-locate some things together if the demand is that great? I know we've had people coming to the rail talking about the need to have more track and field things take place in that park. And I know the administration had responded that they were looking to do that. Where are we with the status of working with that component, that big demand? I want to thank the residents for coming out tonight. I would strongly encourage you to keep coming out and to bring more with you. There's strength in numbers. You know that finger thing does this, but that fist hit a whole lot harder. Pack the council, the chambers, if that's what you really want to see. Come out and speak up. We work for you. And Ms. Pam, I want to commend you for being a one-woman show. You have done a phenomenal job with Vailsburg, and I appreciate the administration for supporting Ms. Pam and all the good work that she's been trying to do. Was dismayed in hearing that it hasn't been expected since 2019. I hope that isn't true. But she brings up another good point, Mr. Jackson. We had talked about looking at ways to slow down that traffic there, especially since we put in more money into Vailsburg and we're bringing the county over there now. We really do need to figure out how to slow the traffic down. And I know what you would tell me, that the city of Newark would need to take the initiative with slowing the traffic down there, since that, although it's a county road, it still represents the city of Newark. So maybe we need to collectively bring the city of Newark officials together to slow down the traffic on South Orange and the part that wraps around the park, because it really is like a speedway with the way that the rate of speed that people, the way that they drive through there. So I look forward to the administration's response about the baseball field. I do hope that if we are doing something, maybe we could hit the pause button to evaluate if this is the right path that we're going down. Because the worst thing, if you already have 4, if you're building a new one, are we going to use it? Do we need it? My other comment is, do we have hours for the use of the park? I've gotten complaints about the Orange Park, which is a beautiful park, but people are there playing soccer a really, really long time and leaving a lot of trash around. So I was in the park recently. We used to have rules and hours posted up. I didn't see those down at the soccer side. So perhaps maybe we need to look at erecting those so that the people that's utilizing that space could see what the hours are, so that they, can exit the park at a reasonable time. Thank you.
Commissioner Richardson.
Yes, so I think part of the issue is, and it's something that I've brought up in these chambers more than once, is the fact that the fields or folks from New York and everywhere else come and play ball in our parks. And I don't think we would need another ball field if you could limit folks from out of state and out of the county hogging up all the time, because they'll come in as soon as you can apply for permits. They'll come in with a whole season and take every day. And so folks who are local get edged out because these folks are veterans and they know how to do that. As soon as the day that is open, they come up with a whole season full, and they'll pay whatever the cost is. So if Essex County and Newark residents had the first right of refusal, and I've talked about this in here, but I keep hearing there's no way to do it. So as long as you got folks, baseball players, coming from New York, and they're hogging up all the time, local residents can barely get on those fields because of out-of-towners. There's a way to do that then I don't think we would need another baseball field. It's the local folks who aren't getting an opportunity to play. So as long as folks from New York and other places are coming and taking up all of the time, it's going to continue. So that's the only reason I see that there's another ball field needed. Is that ball field going to be exclusive to Newarkers? Because if not, the same thing is just going to happen. The same exact thing is going to happen. So, I mean, we need to do better. And so, if there's a way to do that, then we don't need another ball field. If we give Newark and Essex County folks, and we say Essex County because just the county. Newark is a part of the county, but there's 21 other municipalities. So, but that's the problem. You have these out-of-towners, out-of-staters. They come as far as Connecticut because we have beautiful parks, great ball fields. And they'll come in with their whole schedule from day one. And once they pay for those permits to be there, then you have no chance. So if you come day two, you're already too late. The next thing I want to talk about is the walk around the lake. So what was the outcome?
Commissioner, the contractor came with our guys and looked at it and have a plan to remediate some of the issues that you saw on others. But it just got too cold, too quick. So as soon as it warms up, they're going to take care of it. But they've got a plan already done, and we tried to. We remember the session. Yeah, but I mean, that doesn't. But they walked it and know what the problem is, and as soon as it gets warm enough, they'll fix it.
So what was the problem?
I think part of it was similar to what we're seeing now with when it was applied. I think some of that, the colder and when it was reapplied, I think they actually came back and did some adjustments, but I think it just wasn't, the timing was not good when they did it. That's what I think.
Timing was not good and it was too thin?
I don't know about the too thin part.
Yeah.
But,
I compared it to Branchbrook, and it was a lot less material used in Weequahic Park. To me, I'm not an expert, and I didn't have anything with a measure, but it seemed like a lot less material was used in Weequahic Park than in Branchbrook Park. To me.
Okay, that's a question that I can have asked.
And that's probably why it cracked so
But I
fast.
think it's more I'll look into that as well.
All right, we got one shot here. Go ahead.
One additional item. We had, the county exec had committed administration to putting a long jump in track and field stuff in Weequahic Park.
Yeah.
A couple of meetings ago. Is that under development? Is that a part of this field stuff that we're doing now too?
That was postponed or way late a little bit. There's some issues with the logistics of putting that in, and there was some, I know we have it at Bloomfield, but it's not really used at Brookdale. So Mr. Salvante and his team were kind of still investigating, because I know the track team really wanted the long jump thing. So it's not been forgotten, but it became a little bit more, some things that were been there for 100 years, like the one at Brookdale's been there forever, but some of the new requirements and things are for safety, and it got a little bit more complicated than I think I thought, or even they thought, but it's not been forgotten. It's still under investigation, I would say.
Can you share the open space master plan with the board and the timeline when we update it? Because again, I think that when we're making these investments, and these aren't cheap, these are millions of dollars that we're putting in, it should meet the demand and the time for what we're living in. And if that area likes track and field, it doesn't make sense for us to put basketball courts here because they're not going to use it. And if we're building a new baseball park, and if the kids need track and field, I think for me that should be a priority because you have kids. If we do some of these things the right way, some of these kids can avail themselves to scholarships. if we do some things the right way. And I would like to see us, when's the last time we updated that plan? I know you guys are really, really good at that. Like, do you do that every 5-10 year cycles? And then before we do the development, do we like circle back to make sure that whatever it is that we say we're gonna do, is it still relevant for the time that we're moving in? Thank you.
All right, we'll close with a couple of things. Essex County did a really nice job with the turkey drive. I think, 1,500 turkeys were distributed to people who could use it. And the second part of that is coming up on December 18th at the Cody Arena, which would be the holiday food drive. It usually includes, box of goods with something. I'm not sure what they have planned, but it's always good. So volunteers will be there, our staff will be there, and I look forward to being there as well. Again, that'll be on December 18th. That's been posted on our site. Adam, I'm sure will post it again, as well as on the county executives pages as well. Seeing no other questions or comments, we're going to close it out. Do I have a motion to close? To adjourn? Moved by Luciano, second.
Second.
Second by Richardson. All in favor, say aye. Aye. The ayes have it.
I need to figure out if it's really late. We're gonna find it out too.
Oh, that's all right. Well, you only got, that was just 3.